The RCMP has been indicating that this particular policy would actually have a major impact on their operation on the ground. And that particular position by the RCMP has also been backed up by the Canadian Association Chiefs of Police that have clearly indicated a number of months ago that the buyback program would be an administrative nightmare for them, and that they recommended that the federal government look at other agencies possibly to collect these firearms and administer the whole program. So therefore, the RCMP and the Canadian Association Chiefs of Police have clearly indicated that their current financial and human resources does not allow them to actually engage in this particular program.
So walk us a bit through some of the reasons you're seeing as to why that is actually difficult for police to carry out.
First and foremost is their current workload. Most public safety agencies nationwide are pretty strapped with regards to the workload that they currently have to manage. You just look at homelessness, you look at violent crime across the country, plus the pressure that is being put on managing our border between the United States and Canada. These are huge operational challenges that law enforcement writ large have to manage. So therefore, tagging on top of all of this, the administration and the collection of restricted firearms would therefore be an additional burden that the law enforcement agency nationwide can do without.
Well, we certainly heard the Alberta Attorney General today say that they would rather the federal government focused on things like repeat offenders, people that continually break bail, rather than focusing in on a program like this. But is there any worth at all in a program that would take such firearms off the street? Again, that can have such devastating harm.
Well, the Canadian Association Chiefs of Police actually indicated to the federal government that they'd like to see new firearms-related offenses with regards to the current situation, plus to intensify border control, because a lot of intel clearly demonstrate that illegal firearms that are being used in the crime committed in our Canadian communities are coming from the U.S. And finally, to strengthen some of the penalties in relation to firearms associated, for instance, with domestic violence. So these are elements that have been put forth by the Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police for the federal government to basically focus their attention where it needs to be. I'm not convinced that this particular program, this pilot project, has yielded expected results.